Hello, family. This is Michael Zingara, and today I'm going to bring you what I consider the best tarot deck on the market today. Is the Tarot of the Orisha. Now, I am an Orisha worshiper, so this could be the reason why I can form a closer relationship with this deck. This is probably another one of the more misunderstood decks out there. It has brought up some controversy. The first misunderstanding is it's not a Santeria deck, okay? The Orisha are part of the Santeria religion, but they're not the Lukumi religion, the Ifa religion. But this deck comes from a practitioner, I believe, that practices Candomblé, alright? And that is the Orisha worship that is found in Brazil. Majority of the slaves from the slave trade from Africa at that time actually went to Brazil. More than America, more than Cuba, more than Puerto Rico, more than anywhere, they went to Brazil. Now, where some of the controversy stems from is a lot of African Americans say, oh, poo-poo, I'm not going to use this deck because there's Latino, they call them white people, but there's Latino people in here. All right. And they say, oh, they don't belong. Oh, horse hockey. Go talk to Obatala when he comes down to the drum and ask him how he feels about white people and everybody. I'm sorry, people. All these things that you find important in differences and stuff, the spirit world doesn't care about it all. To you, you're a piece of God stuck in a human body. Doesn't matter what your skin color is. I know people that are Asian and that are Orisha worshippers. There's white people. There's black people. There's people of all races, creeds, and colors. Ifa is all over the world. Orisha worship is all over the world. It does stem from Africa. And as far as the Orishas are concerned, they don't believe in cultural appropriation. The Orisha for everyone. Alright? Now, as Orisha worshippers, this is probably the best tarot deck to work with that I've found so far. It still leaves a lot to be desired. It is a tarot deck. In my definition, anything that has a major arcana and a minor arcana qualifies as a tarot deck. I know people say that it's got to be X number of cards of this and X number of cards of that. Don't believe in that either, because the first tarot decks didn't have those numbers in them. So where are you coming from, people? Talking about tradition? Well, go look up these first few decks. They're non-traditional by your measure. Alright, so basically what I'm going to do today is I'm going to do a walkthrough. It'd be kind of quick, but I will do an in-depth study of these cards in a review to dispel the misunderstandings about this deck. Alright? And the ways to read with it, etc., etc. So before we get going, though, I do want to tell a very spiritual story. This box right here is what I hold my deck in. And I bought this box, oh God, about 25 years ago. Long time ago, might even be older than that. And I used to keep my Rider Waite Smith deck in there, right? That was my main deck. You know, I had other decks, but professionally, that's what people wanted to see back then, and professionally, that's what I read with. So anyways, the box is always a little bit too big for those cards. Now this box comes from Nigeria. Alright? And basically, Orisha worship is from Yoruba land, which includes part of Nigeria. Well, all of Nigeria and parts of Togo and other places too. The white man's boundaries really aren't the boundaries of that were going on back then. Pretty much the white man carved up the world how he saw fit. So basically, I stumbled upon this deck a long time before I started reading for long time before I started believing in the Orisha. All right, and crazy enough is this box fits this deck perfectly. All right. In our religion, there's no such thing as coincidences. Everything happens for a reason. So that was another reassuring sign that I was to walk with the Orisha and serve them. All right, everybody. Let's take a look at the deck. Okay, this first card is Elegua. He's the one thing, even by different names, that's in common in every African diasporic religion with the exception of Apollo, and they've even adopted him. Oh, this is so loosely based. Don't judge these cards by Rider-Waite-Smith. Some individual cards may be similar, but don't try to put the order or the meaning to them, or you're going to get lost reading this deck. And I'm not even sure if I actually got this in the order. I put them in the order that I felt. Okay? So, yes, that card is somewhat reminiscent of the Magician. But in Candomblé, that word basically stands for the highest priest you can be, and the highest you can get up there is basically you can initiate other priests. Okay, because these words are in Portuguese, and Brazil they speak Portuguese, so it'll be Spanish. And this is more the Candomblé take on Eshu. Alright. In Santeria, we don't see him like that. And even, I believe that's a Catholic influence. They're trying to strike down our religion. People adopted it. There's the female version of that. Hamagria and EXU Eshu is different from the Babalao Eshu and the Santeria Eshu. They're night and day. Eshus from Brazil are dead humans that basically have come to help people. Alright? Elegua is a very powerful Orisha who compares power to the earth. Eshu, his power is like the universe. Alright, there's Yemeya. And you guys can pay attention to these pronunciations. There's a lot of people that fake knowledge in the Orisha tradition, and they can't even pronounce the Orisha right. I have the Cuban Puerto Rican pronunciation as best as half white gypsy guy can do. It's Obatala, Shango, Oba, Oshun, Oya, Ogun, Ochime, Babaluaye, Aiku, the sun, the moon, the earth, man, guardian angel, the lovers, or the couple actually, because don't necessarily mean love. The village, karma, the outcast, the enslaved prisoner or enslaved one. And the last card of the major arcana is the devil card, which I don't even believe belongs in there because there is no devil in our religion. Alright? It doesn't exist. That's a Christian, Jewish, and Islamic concept. Alright, so that's the major arcana. Now the actual suits are divided into elements, and there is no court cards. There's a well, I'll show you when we get there. And this is the first edition of this pack. I do have the second edition. Actually, I got 3 of these first editions because I've already worn out 2. And I want to make sure I have enough packs to get me by until I die. So, like I said, not a lot of relation. Okay, there's the message of water, the elemental spirits, the undines and mermaids, and there is an elemental card, but I found no value in them whatsoever at the time when I took up this deck, so I threw it away. Okay, there's the Ace of Fire. And please, people, do not trim this deck. The picture you're going to leave is too small. Those astrological things mean something to people, so don't. I encourage people not to trim borders. I think it's a horrible practice. I know this is going to make me unpopular, but I think it disrespects the artist. And here's why, okay? I'm a musician. Almost as important as the notes that are played is the spaces that are in between the notes that make the rhythm. Without that space in between the notes have no value. Okay, this is the earth. And I'm sure you guys are asking, where's all the people? Where's all the magic and whatever your preconceived notion of Orisha worship is? First and foremost, we're priests of nature. A lot of people don't realize that, even the priests themselves in these modern times. For shame on their elders. It's their fault that they don't view this religion correctly. And it's the people's fault for not listening to their elders. So many of you want to take what you've read in a book and apply it to this religion. You know, here, if you read every book on the planet, you know a tiny, tiny little portion to the depths of the lore of this faith. Okay, folks, that was the minor arcana. Basically, like I say in all my walkthroughs, when I do a review on this one, basically, if you leave a comment in the comments and you'd like and subscribe, I will read for you. This will be probably the first one that I do a full-fledged review and reading with. I think you guys will enjoy it. I hope you look forward to the review video. Please like and subscribe if you guys appreciate what I'm doing. It gives me inspiration to do more of this. And I thank you folks for watching. Many blessings to you. Eshe.